Hello traders everywhere, Adam Hewison here, co-founder of MarketClub with your midday market update for Tuesday, the 4th of October. Okay, it's official. We are in a bear market in the S&P 500. You know, for members of MarketClub, this is old news, as we alerted all members to either exit or place short positions on the S&P 500 on August 2nd at 12:58.07. That's over 2 months ago. The question now is, how much further do we have to go on the downside? You know, that's a legitimate question. However, with bear markets, they tend to persist longer and extract more pain from investors that are willing to sit through. If you've been watching our videos, you know that we are projecting lower levels for the S&P 500, as well as the banks and financial institutions. Those moves are not over yet. In today's presentation, we'll be talking about 3 markets that are in the news. These are 3 stocks. This, I hope, to be a regular feature, and we'll try to bring you information that's both timely, informative, and educational. We'll not only be talking about stocks, but also about the Forex and futures markets. But first, here are the 3 stocks that are in the news. So let's go to our, by the way, we have a show tomorrow, Market Club TV, and you can call us at 410-867-2100, extension 129, and leave a message. You can ask about the markets, about Market Club, about what we do, how we do it, ask about our coaching program, and all the things we have here to help you become a successful investor. So let's go to my portfolio, and here we are on my home page, and I go to my portfolio manager. And the first stock we're going to look at is AMR. As you may remember, this took a huge jump down yesterday with the thoughts that it was going to go declare bankruptcy. It's not clear yet. The market is higher, but I want to show you exactly where we got short this market. And this is based on our trade triangle technology right here. That's a monthly. It's 702 on the 1st of February. 1st of February, months and months and months ago. And as you can see, the market basically is step down, step down, step down. Never changed. So again, big profits with the trade triangles because it stays with the trend, and this is what you want to do if you're going to be successful trading in the markets for any length of time. You need to have a game plan, and this is what the Market Club trade triangles do for you. So next market we're going to be looking at is another market in a bear trend, and that's Bank of America. And you can see right here, 1316, there it is right here, bear market, boom, boom, boom. 1316, we're currently trading at 1544. And this is where Warren Buffett bought Bank of America. I think it's 725 or 730, something like that. But however, he also gets these incredible deals that you can't get as an investor. I can't get as an investor. He's going to get 11% of his money in a market that's paying on 30-year treasuries less than 3%. So it's a great deal for Warren, but no, this market's under pressure. And however, we may have seen some maybe interim low on the, at least for today, in this market. So let's go to our next market. The next market is, of course, one of our favorite stocks, and that's Apple. And as you can see, we are long Apple from the 355.13. That's one of very many long positions we've taken over the years, and Apple has always seemed to work out for us. And as you can see, Apple has a, and we're currently trading at 376, so we got about $21 profit in there. They're announcing their new product line today at 1 o'clock. Tim Cook, the new CEO, is going to be announcing it, and I think probably we'll see a bounce up from these levels. A couple of things you want to look at with Apple right now. We are at the lower end of the Williams percent R, so it's a little bit oversold, just like it was here and here, and every time it gets down here, it has a nice bounce up. The only other thing is this is turned down, which is not such a good sign, but generally speaking, I would not be surprised to see some sort of bounce back up to maybe the 390, even the 400 level in Apple from where we are right now. But the trend is your friend, and the trend in Apple and their products is still very positive. The other thing that you may want to be careful of is just give it maybe a couple of days to see what happens after the announcement if you want to be careful. Normally what happens after an announcement, if they announce it, the stock goes down, but we're already down from the highs, being pulled down by the push, the negative in the regular general market. So anyway, they're the 3 markets we're going to talk about: AMR, Bank of America, and Apple, all in the news and all caught perfectly with our trade triangle technology. So let's go back to our portfolio, and we'll start as always with the S&P 500. And you can see the market was under a lot of pressure early today. We traded down to as low as 1074. We've rallied back up to 1101, which basically puts us practically a little bit higher for the day, not very much, about 0.25, but at least the momentum for the time being is down. It's over with, I think, for the time being. I think we're going to see this market chop around anywhere. If we see it rally back up to the 1114 to 1120 area, I definitely want to be a seller of this market, knowing that it's going to go down. The two instruments you can use to short this market, you could use the SH, which is an ETF, and if you're more aggressive, you can use a SDS, which is a double leveraged ETF. So very, very interesting opportunities, I think, in this market. This market's far from over, in my humble opinion. So let's go to the next market. And the next market is going to be, let me get closer into this. This is the silver market. I'm not going to say a lot about the silver. It's negative. Trade triangles are all negative. It's gone sideways for the last 9 days. This market action today is not particularly positive. We're currently trading at 29.59. This is real-time prices in spot. The one positive, it has broken over the parabolic. However, it is not a particularly bullish formation, in my opinion. The only thing it has going for it potentially is the MACD, which could turn up, and you can see the momentum has been actually declining with this line going up here, these little boxes. So I think we want to look at the next market, and the next market is going to be gold. Much the same picture there. I would be very cautious with gold. We are still longer term positive. However, the lowest close we've seen in gold in this pullback is 1618.80. We're currently trading 1613. If we close here, this is going to be a new low close for this market. However, I'm going to trust our longer term trade triangles. If you're a long term trader, you want to remain long gold because you've got a couple of things going for you. You've got this MACD is beginning to turn up potentially, so I think I give that a little while. And also the parabolic is now over this level, and that has a 1532 signal in terms of the down. The market has to go to 1532 for the parabolic to kick in on a negative. So it looks like we may see a little bit more choppy action. The volatility is certainly there, and I think for any conservative trader, you may want to just stand aside in gold for the moment until things clarify. So next market we're going to be looking at is the crude oil market. Now the crude oil, we talked about this before. We were looking for this market to go down to 70. Now a couple of things have potentially happened. Nothing goes straight down or nothing goes straight up. Usually you have these counter trend moves, but we had a move right outside the Donchian trade channel. I think we could come back in. I think we could see a little pop back up, maybe to the 80 level, but for the moment I think the lows that we saw today, which took us right below 75 earlier on the day, are probably going to be we're currently trading at 77.10. So I think the downward momentum in that market's at least over with for the time being. So let's go to our next market. And this is the dollar index. I'm just going to scope this in a little closer. You can see we just hit outside of the channels yesterday. We got today within half a cent of our target zone. The high was actually 79.83. Make that 17 cents. We were looking for a market to hit 80. Got very close to that. I think we're probably going to see this market consolidate a little bit, but I think eventually we'll see the market trade over 80 and possibly hit the 81 level, which is our upside target. Again, everything looks pretty positive in our mind in how we look at these markets. Next market we're going to be looking at is going to be the CRB Jeffries Index. And again, this market we want to pay very close attention to because a couple of things were outside of the Donchian trade channel. And let me go a little further out so you get a better idea. And we definitely hit the target zone we were looking at. It was the 295 level. We're currently trading at 295. I think we traded down to maybe 292, and that's a 61.8% retracement. We traded down to 292.39 earlier. It's a 62% retracement, 61.8 to be exact. Market's heavily oversold. I think we can see the market quite easily trade back to the 300 level, and maybe even higher than that. But for the time being, I think these markets have they've taken a tremendous amount of selling. You may see some short covering in all of the markets, which I think could possibly see a little rally up. I think people are waiting to sell this market. Our bias, as we talked about this earlier, has been on the long side in terms of inflation. However, the market's telling us, and this is the beautiful thing about trade triangles, they tell you what they want to do Eventually, they'll tell you and get it right. So let's go to a couple other things we have. One, if you haven't entered to win a 1-year free membership to MarketClub, go to our blog today, sign up, take an $8.95 trial to MarketClub. It's going to be one of the best things you can do. That I promise you. And you also are entered automatically to win a 1-year free subscription to MarketClub. Plus, we're going to put that on a touchpad for you, an HP touchpad. It's very, very cool. So let's go to, I don't need that update. Let's go to our next market, and that's going to be something we're going to do tomorrow. And that's going to be our MarketClub TV show. We do the shows on Wednesdays, and you can call 410-867-2100, extension 129. We want you to participate. We want to hear your questions. We want to show you what we're doing in the marketplace, and if you have questions about a particular indicator that you're not sure on, let us know, and we'll do our very best to get that in for you. The other thing we have is questions on the market itself. So lots of things going on. I think you'll be very happy just watching the show and getting an idea of how we do things here at MarketClub. Our goal and mission is to help you become a better and successful trader. It's just that simple. I don't think anybody else out there has the kind of interest we have in seeing you successful. So, hey, this is Adam Hewison. Until tomorrow, same time, same place. I'll see you then, and then we'll have a show, obviously, later that day. So, back tomorrow at noon time, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day trading.